Okay, so now we're gonna kind of um, get this part out of the controller. So what I'm going to do is I'll have a private final I position and strategy, and I'll call this human strategy. And then I'll have private final I position, and I'll say AI strategy. All right. So then the question becomes is whether I want to put these as setters or whether I want to put these in the constructors, and this is a difficult choice because do you want the strategies of the game never to change? And if you want a new strategy, you have to create a new game. I mean, maybe not. I think I can see this could work too if I put in the constructor, but let's go ahead and make them not final. And in the constructor, I'm going to initialize them to null. All right, and then I will set. I'll have in my controller. I will have a public void set human strategy, position strategy, human strategy, and I'll say this dot human strategy equals human strategy, and I'll have public void set AI strategy, and I'll have I position strategy, AI strategy. This dot AI strategy equals AI strategy. And now, right, I can come here where I had the get next human move, and I can just say human strategy dot get choose position, and I'll pass in the model. And same thing here for the AI. So I'll say AI strategy dot choose position model. So now I can get rid of these two functions here. All right, and the only thing I want to make sure is that before I start playing, I'll say objects dot require not null, and I'll say human strategy, and then I'll say objects dot require not null AI strategy. So now when I go ahead and well, I have to add these two functions in the interface. So I'll just take this guy here, and I'll go to the controller, my interface for the controller. All right, and put it here, and then we'll do the same thing for the set human, set AI strategy. I think it was set AI. I forget. Let's go back. Set AI strategy. So here's strategy. All right. So now, when I go to my when I go ahead and create the controller, I think I already had a class for this. Maybe we didn't. Maybe I didn't write a main class. Oh, we didn't write a main class. Okay, let's go ahead and write one. Why is there an error here? I need Mrs. All right, so let's go ahead and write a new Java class. We'll call this tic-tac-toe. We'll say public. Oops, that's a little too big. Public static void main, and I'll say I model. I tic-tac-toe model equals new TT model info. Let's say 4x4 with a goal of 3, and then we'll say I think I have to create in No, I think we're all good here. So we'll say I controller tic-tac-toe controller equals new PTT controller. Zoom out a little bit so you can see, and I'll pass in the model and then system.out. Okay, and then I'll say controller dot set human strategy, and then I'll say new human strategy, and I need to pass in oh, okay, so here we need to pass in the scanner. So we'll say a new scanner system.in. All right, and then we'll say, zoom out a little more, controller.set AI strategy, and I'll say new, I forget what we called it. What is it? Yeah, I called it AI strategy. And I'll say, I'll now compose the strategy here. So I'll say new, let's see here. It doesn't really matter. New play, try to block strategy. Then I'll say new try to play a corner, and then at the end I'll say new play any open place, and then at the end I'll say controller.play. Note that I could have added, instead of doing these setters here, instead of having two extra methods, I could have added these here. So I could have said play new human. I could have done this here, new AI strategy. So again, just different way we could have done this. If I put it in play, then there was no need for setters, and you know, nobody can call the setters after I call play, so they'll have to call play with different strategies. So I think what we have is okay, although these could go here. Yeah, so I think that's the idea. So now I can create different strategies on the fly. I don't have to modify the controller anymore. The controller doesn't really care about what strategy. You don't have to modify it. It doesn't care about the implementation of the strategies or any of that stuff. So I just pass them when I create the game. So it's very similar to the command pattern. Okay, I hope this made sense. I'll stop the video here. And then in the next video, I'm going to show you how the code on the website is a little bit different from what I wrote. It's similar, but it's a little bit different. And I'm going to just go over that and make a comparison. And I also wanted to do one more thing. There's a tiny issue with these strategies. If I take a look at the AI strategy, I'm taking in a model. So nobody in the strategy here, nobody's stopping me from saying stuff like model dot set piece at, and then just overwrite the whole model. So I can have like an attack strategy or a hack, you know, that I can write a strategy that kind of modifies the model. So the strategy is an observer. The strategy should only observe the board and then make a decision on the observation. The strategy shouldn't be able to modify the model. So in the next video, I'm also going to talk about that. Okay, so excuse me, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.